We have some incredible new video to show you this morning. This is from the island of Socotra. It's actually part of Yemen. It's an island that's just south of the mainland, but this is cyclonic storm Chapala that was hitting it over the weekend. And you want to talk about some terrifying video of just the flooding. It's insane there because this is a desert climate. These are areas that don't see rain very often. Now take a look at the storm itself. And by the way, the video you were just seeing was from this island, which is right down here. I mentioned that's part of Yemen. Here's the mainland of Yemen. And it's not very often that they get hit by a storm like this. It's a small, compact storm, but it's going to do a lot of damage. Not only from the wind, which, yes, will cause its fair share of damage, but the rain is going to be the worst part of this storm because I mentioned these are spots that don't see much rain, and we're expecting at least 3 to 5 inches of rain in some of the spots along coastal areas. That'll be, at least in some areas, about 3 or 4 years of rain total compared to the average numbers that they get. So this is going to be definitely a disaster for Yemen.
So over the course of the last month, since this day of climate chaos was supposed to commence on September 23rd through the 24th, according to Bilderberg member Laurent Fabius, we've seen 2 massive storms. In fact, Hurricane Patricia was the strongest storm in recorded history in the Western Hemisphere. This was a behemoth. Interestingly enough, and I really think this could have been due to prayer, this storm fizzled out very, very quickly. And I know a lot of people were actually praying for Mexico and the people of Mexico when this storm was coming. This storm was also supposed to move inland and hit Texas. And now Texas is actually dealing with a torrential amount of rain. I don't know if you've been following the flooding that is occurring in Texas right now. They're dealing with a lot of problems. So we have this second storm in just the last month that has formed in the North Indian Ocean. So the Arabian Peninsula is now threatened by this storm. This storm is now the strongest in recorded history for this region. We are talking about 2 storms in a month range that are the 2 strongest storms in recorded history for their regions. Was there something to what Laurent Fabius was saying? I'm not saying I respect him in any way, but was he warning us of something to come? A lot of people translated this as some sort of asteroid strike. I actually believed, too, that there might be some type of asteroid coming based on the evidence that I collected from a variety of sources. I was wrong, certainly, but that doesn't mean that his claims about climate chaos weren't going to sort of commence on this day, September 23rd through the 24th. But was that commencement a gradual beginning as climate chaos continues to get worse? Are we seeing the acceleration of these behemoth, massive storms that are going to strike various regions? It's a very interesting thing to consider. This storm that is going to strike Yemen likely within the next 2 days is expected to bring tidal waves that are at least 30 feet tall and more rain in just 2 days than this region gets in many, many years. So we're looking at flash flooding. The people within this region are going to be directly threatened. So we're seeing what Bilderberg member Laurent Fabius previously said. There was something about this dating the 23rd through the 24th. And the commencement of climate chaos. A lot of people came and went. A lot of people scoffed and mocked at it. But now we're seeing the 2 strongest storms in their respective regions. And that's just the storm. We now need to see what the effect of the storm is on Yemen, which has a lot of problems right now with the civil war, and flash flooding and the results of this storm. It's getting crazy out there, you guys. We need to be in prayer.